And good evening and welcome to Seattle, Washington Key Arena. We welcome you watching on WNBA League Pass as the 6-3 Seattle Storm take on the 3-5 Chicago Sky. Dick Fain, Elise Woodward with you from Key Arena in Seattle. And Elise, it's been a fun season for Seattle. In their first 8 games, they were 6-2, second best record in the league, best record in the Western Conference. And then Sunday hit, and the Atlanta Dream just came in here and just uglied it all up for Seattle. I had to go and rinse my mouth out with Listerine after that game on Sunday.
Yeah, Seattle was averaging over 90 points per game, but they just never got into an offensive flow against the pressure defense, that aggressive defense from Atlanta. And it certainly didn't help Seattle with the fact that Breanna Stewart was in foul trouble all game long. 4 offensive fouls for Breanna Stewart. She played just 19 minutes, and she averages 33 minutes. They just seem discombobulated without her on the floor.
One of the starting 5, though, played maybe her best game as a member of the Seattle Storm. 15-15 from young Natasha Howard.
Yeah, she has played so well since coming over in the trade from Minnesota. On both ends of the floor, she was known as a rebounder and as a defender, but offensively, she's doing a great job moving without the basketball, like on that play from Courtney Paris, and finishing in the open break. She's done a nice job for the squad.
This Chicago Sky team comes in at 3-5, and at least if Seattle wants to be this elite team in the Western Conference, this is a game they need to get tonight.
Well, not only that, but the fact that they're playing a stretch of 5 home games in a row, and they dropped the first one against Atlanta in a game they feel they should have won. Chicago was in here a few weeks ago, and Seattle dropped behind by 14 points. A massive comeback led by Jewell Loyd, who ended up with 29 points. But Seattle felt in that game like they were on the ropes, and then they exploded for one of their best wins of the season.
How about for game number 2 here in Seattle against Chicago, your Carter Subaru keys to the game?
Well, the last time they were in here, we talked about make Quigley do anything other than shoot open threes, and she got a lot of open threes. Make her a driver, make her put the ball on the ground. Number 2 for Seattle, their ball movement didn't look as crisp or consistent against Atlanta. Get back to moving the ball all over the place and keeping the defense hopping. And then get back to Stewie. Make sure that Breanna Stewart gets involved early in this game and get some of that frustration out after having to sit on the bench against Atlanta on Sunday.
Elise's conversation with the rookie sensation, Jordan Canada, coming up next. Oh, Canada indeed, as we're here in Seattle at Key Arena. Tip-off moments away. This is Storm basketball.
Charlotte underwent heart surgery at Seattle Children's at just 4 months old. Throughout her childhood, she's had a host of other medical issues. Her family qualified for financial assistance so they could focus on helping Charlotte get better, not her medical bills. When you say yes to Seattle Children's, we can say yes to providing uncompensated care to those who need it most. See what your yes can do at seattlechildrens.org/yes. Hope, care, cure.
We want to invite you to bring your group to the hoop for an unforgettable experience. If you've got a sports team, birthday party, Girl Scout retreat, you name it, we're ready to help you celebrate at a Storm game. If you take advantage of one of our many fan experience packages, your kids can be a part of the action. How cool would it be for them to be part of the fan tunnel, the national anthem, or even the player introductions? Visit stormbasketball.com to learn more. We'll see you at the Key.
Oh, I switched to CenturyLink Internet. It's so awesome. There's no contract, and my price will never change.
Oh, they'll change it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Negotiation's over. Price won't change.
Yeah, it will.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it will.
No, it won't. Introducing CenturyLink Price for Life Internet with no rate hikes, no bundling needed, and no contract. Keep your rate as long as you keep your plan. Switch now at CenturyLink.com.
They did like a minor hearing test, like something they would administer at school, and I failed. So I look up all these things about hearing loss and I see like these huge hearing aids and I'm like, oh, like, I don't want to wear that. When I first went in for my appointment, my audiologist, she was actually wearing one herself. I didn't notice she had her hair down, and then she took it out and I was like, wow, like, you have a hearing aid. And physically showing me that it wasn't as bad as I thought made me feel a lot better about it.
Storm basketball is presented by Swedish, the official medical care team of the Seattle Storm. Extraordinary care, extraordinary caring. And supported by Carter Subaru, planting a forest one test drive at a time in Shoreline, at Ballard, and at cartersubaru.com. and VECU, the official credit union of the Seattle Storm. Welcome back into Key Arena. Earlier today, I caught up with the rookie for the Storm, Jordan Canada. All right, thanks. The rookie Jordan Canada joining us, and it's been a really solid start to your rookie campaign. At this point this season, you've played enough games under your belt. Do you feel settled in by now? Do you feel any difference from when you first got into camp?
Yeah, I feel a little bit different. I feel like I'm starting to get the system now, the defensive schemes, and just the different terminology. And my teammates been helping me out tremendously. Obviously, I feel like I can always get better just because it's my first year. I have so much stuff to learn, but right now I feel like I'm on a good track.
If you were to focus on one or two things of this is what I need to do to really play well and help my team, what is that for you with this group of personnel on the Storm?
I think my defense intensity, just learning the different PGs that I'm playing against, the different guards, and learning how to play them differently. I can't always play them the same way, so I think that's something that I need to work on a little bit more.
The speed that you bring, even at this level with so many elite athletes, the best in the world, I still think that your speed is top-notch. You're one of the fastest players in the league. Do you feel that you can still turn the corner, that you can affect things with that speed?
Yeah, I do. I think I just have to, just pick and choose my moments. I can't always do it because, in this league, defense is, key. So I just try and pick and choose my moments where I can attack, and create for others.
What about for you with this team coming off the bench and being that spark? I mean, it definitely suits you, and you're getting a lot of minutes. 20 minutes a game almost is what you're averaging. Just tell me your role right now and how you feel that you're fitting in.
Well, like you said, it's my job to come in and bring that spark on the defensive end and making sure that I'm controlling the offense and putting people in positions to succeed when the second positions come in. So just trying to keep that up and just trying to bring the spark.
You got a big home stretch, 4 more games in a row on this homestand. Have you had any chance to get out in Seattle yet and see some sights or eat a good restaurant or do anything and kind of like the welcome to Seattle kind of a moment for Jordan Canada?
Not yet. I'm more of a homebody. I will soon. I know I will. I've been to Pike's Place a couple of times, so that's the only place I've been to. But I know I will eventually. Just right now, I'm a homebody. I've been so tired, just trying to learn everything and just the way the season's going. But I will soon, though.
Well, Pike Place is a good place to start, so there you go. Jordan Canada, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight, Jordan.
Thank you.
That is Jordan Canada. We'll send it back over to you, Dick.
Impressive both on and off the court, the rookie from UCLA. Time now for our Swedish Road to Recovery. One player, one starter on each team out. Crystal Langhorn still out with that right rib injury, suffered beginning of the season, and Stephanie Dolson, strained tendon, and that a big loss. Obviously Langhorn, we've been talking about that, but Dolson a big loss for Chicago tonight.
Yeah, no question. She has not played since that game against the Seattle Storm. She's played just 4 games this season, but she's a big interior presence.
Look at those rookies for the Chicago Sky. They've had 4 first-round picks over the last 2 years, and there's a couple of them. Gabby Williams and Diamond DeShields. Asu Endor, Courtney Vandersloot, and Allie Quigley. Some home cooking here with Quigley and Vandersloot, both with local ties. There's your head coach of the Seattle Storm, Dan Hughes, starting things out at 6-3 in your starting lineups for Seattle. As per usual, Jewel Lloyd and Sue Bird in the backcourt, and boy, oh boy, are they looking for a improved game over Sunday. Amber Stocks in her 2nd season, the head coach of the Chicago Sky. Let's talk about that guard tandem of Lloyd and Bird as we get set for tip here, at least. Really, both of them struggling to get things going, particularly from the perimeter on Sunday. What are you looking for in the first 5 minutes from Sue Bird and Jewel Lloyd tonight?
Well, I think the ball movement was not as crisp and efficient as we've seen. There were too many possessions where it was first pass, ball side, jump shot.
Yep.
You can get that jump shot whenever you want it. So move the ball. They've got quickness in just about every position in their starting lineup, and use that to your advantage.
Second highest scoring team in the WNBA coming in on Sunday to that game against Atlanta, and they had made only 16 field goals by the end of the 3rd quarter. That is how bad it was for Seattle. Let's see if they got that one flushed and play a good game here against Chicago on a Tuesday night. Here we go, Chicago basketball, as we're set. Endor with the ball up top, giving it off to Vandersloot. Bounce pass Endor inside. Pump fakes nicely done, getting Natasha Howard out of the way, and she finishes with the right hand, 2-0 Chicago.
And it all started with the switch on the screen on top. You do not want to get stuck in that position, but Courtney Vandersloot, you got to respect her offensive game.
And Endor playing defense as well. It's got her first steal of the contest. Comes Vandersloot. Crossover on Bird, laying it up a little weak on the left side, and Brianna Stewart gets her first carom of the game. Sue floats a pass to Jewel Lloyd. Now back to Sue. Runs into her own teammate there and has to reset to Jewel.
Good defense, Natasha.
There you go. Here's Stewie into the corner. Sue, her first one. That one's off the back iron. How about Natasha Howard just tipping to herself, playing a little self-volleyball. Back to Brianna. She re-racks and is a little long. Allie Quigley with it. Drafted by the Seattle Storm 10 years ago. Can you believe it's been that long? 10 years. Allie Quigley's had a nice career in the WNBA. A player that really Phoenix and Seattle gave up on early in her career, and she scores there. And all she's done since is be the 6th Woman of the Year in 2014 and 2015 and an All-Star in 2017. So she has made the most of her change to Chicago.
Now, a lot of teams missed on her improvement, and she's become one of the best shooters in the game.
Sue's got to like that one going down, as she was 0 for 6 from 3 and 2 of 11 in the game. So good to see Sue's jumper knocked down. Gabby Williams hands off the indoor. Back cutting Vandersloot. Good feed inside. There's some good ball movement. Missed shot there, but the offensive rebound is put back and in by Gabby Williams, the rookie out of UConn.
I love a couple of these matchups. Gabby Williams and Natasha Howard, two outstanding athletes. I wouldn't know who would win a track meet between those two.
Look at the explosion by Jewel Lloyd, the quick crossover, and then she gets to the rim with the left hand and finishes soft. 6-4 Chicago, just underway here at Key Arena. Glad you could join us. Side, one dribbling up. Astu Endor off to a very nice start with 4 points.
Chicago has been efficient offensively. Here's another matchup that I like. You're a young player wanting to learn how to play the point guard position and get your teammates set up for good shots. Watch Courtney Vandersloot and Sue Bird go at one another in this game.
Jewel in trouble, doesn't choose to take a timeout. Instead gets it off to Natasha Howard, who scoops it up, no good, and a blocking foul. So I guess a good play by Jewel not to take a timeout. She was down there so long, I thought at some point she was going to signal for the TO.
Well, sometimes when you get stuck like this, there's a double team. If you can get through it without traveling, which is right here, her pivot put there, she gets it out to Howard, and then she's got space. It's a good job by Jewel Lloyd of not letting herself get tied up, even though it was a quick double team.
How about the flexibility there? That's tough not to travel when you're on one knee and 1 foot, because it's that pivot foot that counts as the one you got to get down.
When your knee goes down, that is... you can't move your knee. So if you're sliding your knee all over the place,
that's a travel.
Then it's a travel.
7:01 left in the first quarter. They are going to count the basket, and Natasha Howard hits the free throw, the prior basket. 8-5 our score. Chicago with 3-point lead. Dick Fain, Elise Woodward with you from Seattle, Washington. Dan Hughes looks on, and 2 nice free throws there. The ball's going in for Seattle here in the early going. Sue with a jumper, Jewel with a nice layup, a couple of free throws there. It's just refreshing to see after what we saw on Sunday, particularly early in that game.
Yeah, it was amazing. They were in that game late in the fourth quarter and ended up only falling by 3 when they shot the ball so poorly from everywhere on the floor.
Vandersloot pull-up jump shot, the old Kentwood Conqueror. And you hear some cheers from the hometown fans here. I'm sure she brought family and friends here to Key Arena.
I remember watching her at the Tacoma Dome when she was a senior at Kenwood and saying, who is this? She is a baller. Realizing Gonzaga at the time, Kelly Graves got one heck of a pickup for their program, and boy did she make a difference for Gonzaga women's basketball.
Free ball the other way following the Brianna Stewart bucket. Offensive rebound to Shields. Good looking stroke, and that one goes down. Diamond DeShields, so impressive. I got a chance to call a couple of her games in the NCAA tournament when she was at Tennessee, and just the athleticism of Diamond DeShields, it just jumped off the floor at you. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's just interesting that her story that she instead went overseas, and it came out of the draft, flew back here for the draft, and then went back overseas to finish her first season by an unconventional route, but got here and has been doing really nice things in her rookie season paired with Gabby Williams, another rookie.
DeShields tries to save it. Substitution in the game for Chicago. Cheyenne Parker is in. Here's Alicia Clark testing her hand at her first jumper of the game, and it is going down for Seattle. 11 points in the first 4.5 minutes. That's right about where they want to be, but defensively they've given up 13, And we've got a blocking foul. We're going to go the other way to Seattle.
You see Sue Bird bouncing it through traffic to get it to the corner, and Alicia Clark really comfortable with that corner pocket three.
Alicia now 14 of her last 23 from the field in the last 5 games. Here's Sue, just a statue of liberty, lay it up with the right hand.
It's nice to see Sue Bird active here early.
All Storm players have scored thus far. Everybody with a field goal with the exception of Howard, who has 2 free throws. 10 seconds on the shot clock. The Shields floats it up with the left hand. No good, but another offensive rebound. This one by Parker. Back to Quigley. Checked by the long arm of Tasha Howard. Oh, good step through by Quigley. That's a great move.
Yeah, had the defense leaning one way, kept her pivot foot.
Look out, going the other way. Sue does what she does best, and that's lead the break to Jewel Lloyd for the layup.
If you are open, she will find you. What a gift to play with Sue Bird, who has eyes all over her head. And if you are open, there's no way she's going to miss you.
Oh, there's a nice cut. Back door. Little flex cut there on the backside for Courtney Vandersloot. Lay it up and in.
I've been really impressed with Chicago's start and how they've moved without the basketball. Everyone moving and cutting hard. They're getting great open looks because of it.
How much is great offense right now and how much is not very good defense? As both teams are shooting very, very well, and they put up 32 points in 5.5 minutes.
I think both teams on the offensive end have cut really hard, moved without the basketball, and haven't been lazy at all.
Sue Bird off to a very nice start. 4 points and a couple of nice assists. Seattle down 2.
Growing up in Indiana, you knew the game of basketball. Now, that's what you knew. I wanted to be the best.
Too easy for Skylar Diggins.
Coming back from my injury was one of the biggest hurdles in my professional career. I'd never been without the game of basketball before, so just being out there on the floor again, my team was an accomplishment. I was really proud of that. I'm here to work.
I get a quarter for doing each chore. Mommy gives us money for saving. I put my coins in a giant piggy bank. Chocolate piggy bank. I have 3 piggy banks that are full. I'm saving up to buy one of My Little Pony dolls. I want this ball that's a frisbee and a ball. And I only get a card, a pineapple card.
Did he just say a pineapple car?
A stuffed animal, penguin, a kitten, a cat, nickel chump, a house, a motorhome, like a big one. I probably need to keep saving my money for that. A big baseball field, and a big tour, and a big basketball tour, and a big playground. What? I like saving my money, but I also want a pony.
Hey, Storm fans, join us for the Kaiser Permanente free community practice hosted by the city of SeaTac on Seattle South Side. Seattle Christian School in SeaTac is July 12th at 6 o'clock. Meet the players, win prizes, and more. Visit stormbaseball.com/community practice to learn more. Dick Payne along with Lise Woodward. It is Key Arena, Sky leading 17-15. And let's contrast some numbers, shall we, Elise? The Atlanta game, the Storm had 4 made field goals in the first quarter. They scored 11 points. Well, tonight, through 5 minutes and 30 seconds, they have 6 made field goals. They've already scored 16 points, so a little bit better than we saw on Sunday.
Yeah, this team, I think, is much more what we've seen in all the other games, as the team averaging 90 points per game heading into that game versus Atlanta, now at 88. But they can put some points on the board in a flurry.
Already our 3rd tie of the first quarter. Had no lead changes yet because Seattle has yet to lead. 15-foot jump shot by Endor, no good. Scramble for it underneath. There's Cheyenne Parker, big and strong and finishing. Cheyenne, nice job there. 11 points, 8 rebounds a game for Cheyenne coming off the bench.
Yeah, her strength there, she just bullied her way to get that board.
Howard with it, one dribbling up. Ooh, those have been going down for Howard all season long.
I love the fact that she doesn't change expression. Ball wouldn't roll in, but she's playing defense instead of whining about it.
Up fake by DeShields, thought she was fouled, as did Amber Stocks. Thought that DeShields was fouled as well. Doesn't get the call. Sue, oh, the one-handed layup again. She went for her second Statue of Liberty layup of the first quarter, and this one not as successful as the last. DeShields, bullet pass to Endor. Kick it over, Vandersloot. Quigley inside to Parker. Double teamed inside, shot blocked, but a lot of body. See if they get Howard or Brianna. There's a lot of contact in there. They're going to go with Natasha Howard.
Anytime that you jump before the player has left their feet, you're going to get called for the foul. And a lot of times you'll get ball, but it's that act of when you are in the air, the officials are going to blow the whistle, and it's not going to be in your favor.
Well, Dan Hughes has seen Cheyenne Parker push around the Seattle Bigs a little bit, so he says, all right, push around Courtney Paris. Let's see how that works for you.
I don't know if anybody's ever pushed around Courtney Paris. Ever.
So.
Man, she is so strong. You talk about an immovable force.
Right.
She put her down low, and not only just her body because she's so strong, but her hands. She's got great hands for a big, where if that ball is anywhere near her, she's going to grab it, and you're not going to take it from her. It is locked away in the safety deposit box with no key.
Ball reversal. How about that? Went strong side, reversed to the weak side, and they hit a three. I can't even remember that happening more than twice on Sunday the whole game.
The whole point of your offense is to get open looks and easy shots, and that certainly worked that time.
Jordan Canada's in the game as well with Courtney Paris, the last substitution. There's Quigley putting it up and in from 15 feet. Quigley out to a nice start, 3 of 5 in the game.
Yeah, the last time she was here, she strained her hip, couldn't finish the game, and it was a turning point for Seattle to get that win.
Cruising to the lane. Jewel Lloyd for the bucket. She's a perfect 3 of 3 after really struggling in the last game. She struggled from the field in the last 3, really. Jewel 13 of 39, 33% coming into this game in her last 3. There's DeShields with it, left hand challenged by Brianna Stewart. Oh, what a beautiful bounce pass through traffic, right by Quigley. Jewel lets it bounce twice and coasts in for a layup. What an assist for Courtney.
That was so well done. Got the ball on the board and immediately looked up to find a flyer.
Here's Quigley with it. Defended by Paris. Now Clark switches back. Endor 7 on the shot clock. Loses handle. Seattle D starting to pick it up. 4-on-2 break. Canada to Lloyd in the corner. Tough shot. Flat. And taken by DeShields.
You got to hit her in the pocket. Hit her in that shot pocket. It led her just a little bit too much and took her out of rhythm.
You're Faulkner in the game for the first time, working on Canada. Crossover dribble, kick it to Parker. Hand goes in there. Alicia Clark causing the foul. Kalina Mosqueda-Lewis coming in now. Oh, look at that. How about Jewel? Just gonna let it bounce a couple times. Pick it up when I feel like it.
She had Ellie Quigley behind her, and she knew that she could outrace just about anybody. The speed of Jewel Lloyd in the open court, and no, that's a nice read on the defender for Courtney Paris. She's putting it out there in space where she knew Jewel could track it down.
Here's Williams with Brianna in her face. She just alters so many shots. I mean, she gets her blocks, but how many shots does she alter every game? We've just seen 2 in the last 2 possessions.
Former UConn teammates, Gabby Williams, Brianna Stewart, winning a couple of national championships together.
Stewie fakes the 3. Ball poked free by Gabby Williams. Nice job. That was kind of the Sue Bird reach around tap there. Bullet pass, Gabby the other way. Can't finish. Snatched down by Clark. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Seattle by 1, which is their first lead of the game.
Good call. Faulkner holding Brianna Stewart.
Faulkner has to hold Brianna Stewart.
Well,
she's posting up there.
It's a smart play by her. Instead of giving up a lay-in, because that's what Stewie would get against Faulkner, she smartly just reaches out and grabs her, and it's ball out of bounds.
First foul on Jamira. Canada to Mosqueda Lewis. Catch and shoot. Brianna Stewart. They're going down from three-point range today. This is the Seattle Storm shooting team that we've seen just about every game this year.
And it was good execution. Mosqueda Lewis getting in the lane on the dribble penetration and then finding the open player, which was Stewart.
10 first quarter points for Brianna Stewart on 3 of 4, and a bumping foul there by Paris out in the perimeter with 9 seconds left.
That too.
Free throws. It does give Seattle one more possession, which they would not have gotten, but you're right. We'll see what DeShields does with these 2 free throws. It's a really bad foul that happens with like 2 seconds left. So here's DeShields. Misses the first. This was a great foul.
It is if they miss, right?
That's right.
Free throws, the most efficient shot in basketball. Getting to the lane or getting to the line will change games.
Canada against Faulkner, 4 seconds left. Trying to explode all the way to the rim, and does. Can't get the and one, but she'll go to the free throw line for 2. So we'll see if they can trade 2 for 1 that they wouldn't have gotten without the foul on the other end.
The quickness of Jordan Canada. She knew time and score. She knew if the defense was going to space out right here, there's just no weak side help there. They have to go out and respect Brianna Stewart in the corner, and so she could turn the corner and get in there and draw that contact.
First one's good. Biggest lead of the game for Seattle at 4 points.
Get that box out. Box out.
And a 9-1 run to close out the end of the first quarter. Nicely done by the Seattle Storm, and a team that scored 11 in quarter number 1 on Sunday in the loss to Atlanta puts up almost 3 times that many in this first quarter. The guards playing and the bigs throwing dimes. How about this from Courtney Paris?
As a child, I always wanted to be the WNBA, but I never thought I could.
Dawson shows her range.
I was shy, awkward, a little chubby. The basketball was definitely my niche.
Taken down by Dolson.
Being in the WNBA, I've been able to inspire other young girls and help them with their confidence. I always take care of people, especially with my teammates. Now they call me Big Mama Steph. I'm here to work.
We want to invite you to bring your group to the hoop for an unforgettable experience. If you've got a sports team, birthday party, Girl Scout retreat, you name it, we're ready to help you celebrate at a Storm game. If you take advantage of one of our many fan experience packages, your kids can be a part of the action. How cool would it be for them to be part of the fan tunnel, the national anthem, or even the player introductions? Visit stormbasketball.com to learn more. We'll see you at the Key.
The volunteers for King County Search and Rescue are heroes. These volunteers give up time with their family and hours on their job to go out on the call. They don't do this for themselves, but rather out of the goodness of their heart for complete strangers. When they go out on their rescues, they save lives. They saved mine.
Carter Subaru is proud to support King County Search and Rescue. Now get 0% financing only at Carter Subaru.
All right, Stewie and Joel, I know you guys have been training really hard, but being a bobblehead, that takes hard work. In this world, you guys are still rookies. So Stewie, let me see what you got. Okay, now Joel, it's your turn. Did you see the composure that Stewie had? Let me see what you've got. Okay, we're gonna have to work on this. Run it back.
Will Jewel be ready in time for her bobblehead debut? Find out June 15th.
Hey, calling all basketball players between the ages of 6 and 17. Join us this summer at Storm Fit Basketball Camp, presented by QBSI and Kaiser Permanente, August 14th through 17th at Hidden Valley Fieldhouse in Bellevue. To register, visit stormbasketball.com/StormFit. There's some candidates right there for Storm Fit basketball and some dance class. How about that? He had the moves going on there. That was well done. Well done. Seattle basketball. Lob it into Courtney Paris. Kick it back out. Mosqueda Lewis, catch and shoot, no good. Rebounded by Chicago.
I love Natasha Howard, though, still fighting for that board. She pursues every time the ball goes up to the glass.
Vandersloot. Now Copper's in the game, Khalid Copper. And a 15-footer, no good. Tipped around. Can Seattle come up with it? No, they cannot. Canada almost there.
Unlucky.
So we'll get you set up with the lineups here. Kalia Copper, the 6'1 guard out of Rutgers, along with Quigley, Gabby Williams, Endor, Vandersloot. Noelle Quinn in the game for Seattle with Mosqueda Lewis, Canada, Paris, and Natasha Howard. 9 on the shot clock for Quigley. A little floater in the lane, tipped around. Howard kept it alive, but Copper's there. Nice block shot and a rebound. That's tough to do by Courtney Paris there.
Oh, that was strong by Courtney Paris.
Here's the kickback. Canada thinks about the three. Now Quinn's got it. Running the point for Sioux right now. Canada in the corner. Driving in the blocking foul on Vandersloot. Did not like that call at all. Let's Jeff Wooten hear about it a little bit.
I remember right before the quarter break, Jordan Canada got Vandersloot on her back. This is on the other end with Courtney Paris. How strong that was. That was an emphatic rebound. I was like, don't even mess with me. I'm coming down with this ball. Just go back on defense.
And we were right. As soon as Paris came in, there wasn't any pushing around the Seattle Bigs anymore. Here's Howard to Paris, put it up and in. And at least Seattle with their 31st point there matches their first half total on Sunday, and we still got 8:40 left to go in the second quarter.
Okay, quit reminding everybody about how.
I'm sorry.
We're all trying to forget it, right?
At least it scarred me. It literally scarred me for 48 hours. This is a cleansing the palate game. I need this. Here's a tip ball. Natasha Howard's got it. All right, no more reference to Sunday, I promise.
I think this is a good call. This is the play before with Natasha Howard just feeling the double team and kicking it to Courtney Paris. Really well done. Unselfish basketball. The Bigs of Seattle share the ball. Natasha, Courtney Paris, Brianna Stewart, they are willing passers.
Second foul on Howard. Behind the back pass, Endor a little out of her range, and that one's off the front iron, but Quigley not out of her range. Ooh, look at the rebound soaring in. It was Endor. Could not put it back in, but that was impressive.
Wow, where did she take off from?
Looked like the free throw line.
Looked like that long jumper from a couple of days ago. Just got up high.
Canada loses handle, goes and gets it. She's just gonna settle as Quigley gave her a little room there, but she couldn't knock it down. Bounce pass, got it through to Quigley. How did that? We have seen two remarkable bounce passes today. One from Gabby Williams and one from Courtney Paris.
Gabby Williams, all of the things she does well. Coming out of UConn, her passing ability on point. A power forward for the Huskies that led the team in assists.
Quinn dumping a low to Paris. She's got the strength advantage. Oh, how about the quickness advantage? You get in there. I didn't anticipate the quickness around Endor.
I love this. Probably her best stretch of the season. Really going to work here on both ends of the floor.
I got a good Paris nugget here when we get a dead ball. Here's Williams to Vandersloot, driving in. Too easy all the way into the lane. Courtney Vandersloot now with 6 points on 3 of 4.
The sleight of hand, just one little fake, and the whole defense moved.
Courtney Paris is now shooting 70% on the year. And with her 2 for 2 today, she has 14 of her last 16. Seattle up 5.
At Les Schwab, we give you extra without charging you extra. That means no hidden fees or unexpected costs, ever. Because when it comes to earning your business, we've got nothing to hide. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
The volunteers for King County Search and Rescue are heroes. These volunteers give up time with their family and hours on their job to go out on the call. They don't do this for themselves, but rather out of the goodness of their heart for complete strangers. When they go out on their rescues, they save lives. They saved mine.
Carter Subaru is proud to support King County Search and Rescue. Now get 0% financing only at Carter Subaru.
Wouldn't it be lovely that you love what you do and make money too?
Our industry is growing by leaps and bounds. Massage therapy is the occupation.
When I started here at Cortiva, I realized that this was a passion. This is something I really wanted to do. The staff was amazing, tremendous support.
They worked with me every step of the way.
It's such a rewarding career. I'm a really good therapist, and I know that because of the education that I got here at Cortiva.
My cough was so bad that I broke 3 ribs coughing, and I couldn't breathe. I couldn't walk 5 feet. I was getting sicker and sicker. I finally went to urgent care. That's when I met the people at Swedish. I'm used to doing almost everything myself, and now I had to count on people to do these things for me. And it's hard to give up that kind of control. They make you feel like you're the only patient I have today, and we're going to take care of you, and we're going to get you well. I trust these people with my life. I'm very happy with them. I don't want to go anyplace else.
It's summertime, the season to go to your go-to place. And no matter where that is, stop by Les Schwab for a free pre-trip safety check. You'll see why we're the go-to place for tires and brakes, no matter where you're headed. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Hey fans, join us this Friday for Jewel Lloyd bobblehead nights. Watch as the Storm take on the Connecticut Sun. A battle of powers at 7 o'clock right here on Carter Subaru Corda Key Arena. Secure your seats at stormbasketball.com. Seattle shooting 12 of 19, 63%. Chicago has also made 12 field goals, but they've taken 9 more shots. They're just 12 of 28. They've got 8 offensive rebounds at least to just 1 for Seattle, which has been unusual. Seattle has rebounded the ball very well, both on the defensive and offensive side this year.
Well, Seattle's shooting 63%. They've only missed 7 shots.
Not going to have a ton of offensive
You'll
rebounds.
take that every time. You don't want offensive rebounds if you just make it the first time, right?
Well, yes, you're right, but I would want more than 7 defensive rebounds and allowing 8 offensive rebounds.
I would 100% agree.
Here, Gabby Williams with her first foul there since Brianna to the line.
I didn't take math past AP Calculus, but I can say that's not a very good percentage to give away.
No. Brianna with the first free throw. I took math in college for 1 quarter, and then I decided to talk to my advisory person. I said, do I need any more math? And they were like, you didn't need the class you just took.
I didn't take one math
class. I'm out.
Welcome to communications degree.
I'm done, exactly. I was like, you mean I don't have to take any math? 35-28. 6:16 left to go in the first half. Copper with it. Back to Quigley. Lee Copper, 3 ball on the way. Quick trigger shot, no good. And Noelle Quinn pulls down the rebound. And Quinny, by the way, is approaching a very nice milestone. She needs 3 more rebounds now for 1,000 in her career, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Harris has a 3-second violation as Kalina Mosqueda-Lewis was camping in the key a little bit. Jewel Lloyd comes back in to replace Noelle Quinn.
There's that 3-second call that has to be in the back of your mind where you've got to clear. If you don't get it on the count of 1, 2, you got to get out of the way.
Quickly looking for Vandersloot, gets it to her on the curl. Now inside, Cheyenne Parker going up against Paris. Paris just enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, she held her ground. She didn't try to jump and block the shot. She just made it a tough one.
Blocked from behind and blocked from the front. She got it from Vandersloot and from Parker there to Canada. Williams filling the lane as Vandersloot to lay it up and in. 35-32. Check that, 35-30. Here's Lloyd trying to answer and does. Lloyd's been attacking thus far. That's the Jewel Lloyd we love to see. She's 5 of 6 with 10 points. Vandersloot, no look pass inside. Good catch by Quigley just to save it. Behind the back dribble against Paris. So the quickness advantage for Quigley, and she'll just fire it up. No good. Jewel Lloyd with the rebound. She got smacked pretty good there. Foul on Chicago. That'll be the 3rd team foul. Starters back in, Bird and Clark. There's Jewel splitting the trio of defenders.
Yeah, when she gets in the lane, she can just float into another position. She started in the middle of the key, took off, landed almost out of bounds, but the body control in the air is really something special from Jewel.
We'll see if Sue can pick up where she left off. 2 of 4, 4 points, 2 rebounds. Brianna Stewart. This is the bunny inside. Canada and Paris, by the way, when they were in the game, Elise, a plus 11. Nice job by the Seattle second unit. The Shields 3-ball on the way. She splashes home her second of the game. She's got 7. Approaching the 4-minute mark. Bird down to Howard. Jewel against Quigley. Good screen from Howard. Wraparound pass, a little late there, intended for Howard. Got knocked away. To Shields running the other way, 3-on-3. Tough feed to Vandersloot. She's going to kick it back. Quigley, another 3, and this one finally goes down. She's been hoisting them up. Missed the last couple, but this one goes down. 1 of 4 from 3-point range for Quigley, but she's 5 of 10 overall, and 11 points leads all Chicago scores.
Looked like it could have been a turnover with Vandersloot carried well below the bucket on the errant pass. Instead, it ends up with a 3-ball.
Lloyd back to Brianna. Got a great look at this one. Nothing but net. When she gets her chance to set her feet, and she gets a good look at it, she doesn't miss many of those.
She's shooting less than 30% this year. It really hasn't felt like she's gotten in that real good rhythm like she looks like she's in today. 3 of 4 from deep and just smooth delivery.
Parker picks it up, realized she's not defended. She's like, well, I'm just standing on the free throw line. I might as well just shoot a free throw here, and this is worth 2. 40-38, Storm by 2. Lloyd attacks again, tries to buy contact, and does. I wasn't sure she was going to get the call there, but she did. And we got a timeout on the floor. 2:55 left to go. The stars have come out tonight for the Seattle Storm. Brianna Stewart with 15 and Jewel with 12, and she'll go to the line.
I get a quarter for doing each chore. Mommy gives us money for saving. I put my coins in a giant piggy bank. Track the piggy bank. I have 3 piggy banks that are full. I'm saving up to buy one of My Little Pony dolls. I want this ball that's a frisbee and a ball. I might only get a card, a pineapple card.
Did he just say a pineapple card?
A stuffed animal. Penguin. A kitten. A cat. Neko-chan. A house. A motorhome, like a big one. I probably need to keep saving my money for that. A big baseball field, and a big tour, and a big basketball tour, and a big playground. What? I like saving my money, but I also want a pony.
He was born at 31 weeks, so 2.5 months early. Going through a C-section in a way was a little traumatic for me. One night, the nurse helped me go to the bathroom, and then she helped me walk me back to my bed, and I just started crying, and I was like, I have never been this weak in my life. She's like, it's okay, that's to be expected. To be that vulnerable was really hard for me. Even though maybe I knew it would get better, I just needed to hear it.
As a child, I always wanted to be the WNBA, but I never thought I could.
Dawson shows her range.
I was shy, awkward, a little chubby, but basketball was definitely my niche.
Taken down by Dolson.
Being in the WNBA, I've been able to inspire other young girls and help them with their confidence. I always take care of people, especially with my teammates. Now they call me Big Mama Steph. I'm here to work.
Hey fans, individual VIP courtside experience packages are now available. This includes courtside seats, parking, concession, team shop vouchers, free water, snacks, and a post-game autograph pass. For more information, visit stormbasketball.com. Dick Payne along with Lise Woodward, Dan Hughes' team, up by 4 right now, playing very, very high efficiency offensive basketball. 60% from the field. 50% from three-point range, and 100%, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. Hope I didn't jinx Jewel Lloyd. As Tom Spencer has probably got to clean up a little blood there on the floor. Get the disinfectant out. Tom does a little bit of everything. He's a full-service trainer, that Tom Spencer. And he gets a nice hand from the crowd.
Good hustle, Tom.
That's right. And Jewel knocks it down. I didn't jinx her. 43-38. Biggest lead of the game is 7 for Seattle. Biggest lead for Chicago, 5.
It feels like when you're shooting 60%, you should have a bigger lead than just 5. Seattle's defense has not been as locked down as we've seen at times this year.
Great seal by Alicia Clark on the backside. I mean, that was a video on how-to defensive rebound right there. And that's a how-to video on how to throw an entry pass. Wow.
Yeah, if you're throwing it over the top of Gabby Williams, you better be certain that your angle is right, because she can leap off the ground quickly.
There's Williams with it. Far side to Shields. Between the wickets, now crossover. Athlete on athlete. And gosh, that is the DeShields I remember seeing at Tennessee. I was like, she is wicked.
Yeah, 6'1" and can do that.
Force feed pass inside to Howard, intercepted. Good basketball game. Fun basketball game tonight at the arena. A lot of offense and a bumping foul by Sue. That, by the way, the first foul on Seattle in this quarter. And look at that feed over the top.
Yeah, just over the reach of Gabby Williams. And give Lloyd credit for the pinpoint accuracy, but also for sealing down below Howard. Just enough body to keep Gabby Williams away.
Parker has been working on Howard tonight, and it's not gone well for Seattle.
Yeah, she's so strong.
And here comes Courtney Paris off the bench. Here's Brianna Stewart. She's got it going on now. 25% coming in, as we were talking about during the break, from three-point range. But tonight, 4 of 5.
She had just 12 points in 19 minutes. All that foul trouble, 4 offensive fouls. This really didn't get to play the role she wanted to. Well, she's coming out here in the first half. She's already got 18 points.
Indoor with it. Back to the Shields. 1:16 left to go in the first half, and a foul on the shot committed by Natasha Howard. Second team foul on Seattle, and we will have the bonus for the rest of the way. But this is a shooting foul for 2, and the third foul on Natasha Howard. So Dan Hughes couldn't get her out fast enough. Endor, the first free throw is good. Astou Endor, the 6'5" forward, second year from Senegal. She was actually a player of Dan Hughes's. Started 9 games in 2016 with San Antonio, drafted by Dan Hughes in 2014, so 16th pick. He likes her. Here's Sue with it. Brianna. Ooh, the step back if this goes in. A little short there. That was wicked. Here's the Shields. Kick a pass to Faulkner in the corner. In and out, tipped around, and it will be Seattle basketball. 48.9 left to go in the first half. And Sue will let it roll and pick it up and start the offense here with 45. Brianna, high screen. Sue's going to pull up. A little back iron shot there. Snatched down by Parker. Brianna got a hand on it. To no avail. And Chicago on the push. DeShields catch and shoot. Oh, what a pretty rotation. Diamond DeShields has been sparkling tonight. 4 of 7, 12 points, and has hit all 3 of her three-point attempts. And they have just been picture-perfect rotation. Every single one of them. Lloyd to Sue. 2-point Seattle lead. Good attack, followed by Paris. Can't get it to go, and there's Alicia Clark. Picks herself up off the deck and says, look what I found. 8 seconds left for Faulkner, crossing the timeline. Drives past Bird. Paris on the help. Is she gonna have time? DeShields at the buzzer. No good. We got ourselves a ball game here. Seattle 50. Chicago 46 as we're through the first 2 quarters of play. Certainly a different offensive team in Seattle than we saw on Sunday. And here to talk about it with Elise Woodward is head coach Dan Hughes.
All right, Coach, 50 points in the first half. It really looked pretty smooth, efficient. What'd you see in your offense?
Well, the offense was good. you know, and we're doing that without very many stops defensively.
Yeah.
So the ball's moving good. We've been able to find what we want, but we got real problems at the defensive end right now.
Yeah, it seems like Cheyenne Parker's really been big and efficient. Courtney Paris came in, slowed her down a little bit. It's a good matchup there. What else defensively do you need to clean up?
Well, we're not getting the balls. I mean, both from a rebounding standpoint and on the floor. You know, there was opportunities for us to turn a loose ball into transition, and we haven't realized them. We just got to be a little more paying attention to that detail.
All right, thanks. Good luck in the second half, Coach.
You're welcome.
That's Dan Hughes. We'll send it back over to you, Dick.
Thanks a lot, Elise. Yes, 8 offensive rebounds for the Chicago Sky, hurting Seattle, and that got the Sky 46 points on the game, including 9 second-chance points. But Seattle's got the lead right now through the first half of play, 50-46. Our halftime festivities coming up next.
Charlotte underwent heart surgery at Seattle Children's at just 4 months old. Throughout her childhood, she's had a host of other medical issues. Her family qualified for financial assistance so they could focus on helping Charlotte get better, not her medical bills. When you say yes to Seattle Children's, we can say yes to providing uncompensated care to those who need it most. See what your yes can do at seattlechildrens.org/yes. Hope, care, cure.
Hey everyone, it's me, Sue Bird. Today I'm going to be taking you around to some of my favorite spots in my favorite neighborhood, Queen Anne. But I'm also going to be showing you one of the best new ways to get around town. It's called Lime Bike. Stop number 1, Kerry Park, aka the view from Fraser's condo. By far the best view in the city. Next is How to Cook a Wolf, an awesome little neighborhood restaurant. This is one of my after-game go-tos for sure. Finally going to drop you off at Bayview Kinnear Park so I can get some shots in. Big thanks to Lime Bike for getting us around. Make sure you download that Lime Bike mobile app today.
The volunteers for King County Search and Rescue are heroes. These volunteers give up time with their family and hours on their job to go out on the call. They don't do this for themselves, but rather out of the goodness of their heart for complete strangers. When they go out on their rescues, they save lives. They saved mine.
Carter Subaru is proud to support King County Search and Rescue. Now get 0% financing only at Carter Subaru.
This copyrighted telecast of WNBA Enterprises may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used in any form without the express written consent of WNBA Enterprises.
Halftime is brought to you by Swedish, the official medical care team of the Seattle Storm. Extraordinary care, extraordinary caring. And supported by Carter Subaru, planting a forest one test drive at a time in Shoreline, Ballard, and at cartersubaru.com. Now let's take a look inside Storm social media and a look at what you might have missed.
Courtney was what gave us that rebounding was so important to us. You know, wanting to shore up a couple things defensively, but also rebounding standpoint. You know, Courtney Paris has led this league in rebounding, and she has some innate abilities to play the power 5 position and rebound so well.
Well, she brings, you know, veterans mentality, you know, a physicality to our package, especially in some of the matchups that we have to play with some of the centers that can do it. And she's just exactly the type of culture that we are here. So she's been a great addition. She came in late to camp, so it's a little bit of finding out more and more how we can use her successfully in coming, but she's obviously been a huge part of us getting a couple wins early in this season. Well, Mercedes has been a good addition. She played well in the preseason with New York, but when they had another player return from overseas, she became a free agent, and so it was an opportunity for us to bring her on. We've been watching her for a couple years at Tennessee, and so we were pretty familiar with her. And, you know, she gives us a post player of length and some interior scoring as we go through the league and have to battle some of the players of size. She honestly has a very good passing game, and as she kind of learns more of her teammates and a little more of kind of what we do, I think that'll get brought out at that point. But integrating her has allowed us to have some diversity in our post, and she's fit in very well.
Oh, block shot, Mercedes Russell again. That's 2.
All right, Stewie and Joel, I know you guys have been training really hard, but being a bobblehead, that takes hard work. In this world, you guys are still rookies. So Stewie, let me see what you got. Okay, now Jewel, it's your turn. Did you see the composure that Stewie had? Let me see what you've got. Okay, we're gonna have to work on this. Run it back.
Will Jewel be ready in time for her bobblehead debut? Find out June 15th.
So I switched to CenturyLink Internet. It's great. My price is set for life.
For life?
For life.
They can't do that.
Yeah, no contract either.
What, no contract?
No contract.
They wouldn't do that. No, they wouldn't do that.
We did that.
Guys, I'm telling you.
Introducing CenturyLink Price for Life Internet. With no contract, no bundling needed, and no rate hikes. Keep your rate as long as you keep your plan. Switch now at CenturyLink.com.
50-46 our score. Seattle leading the Chicago Sky by 4 points here at Key Arena. Dick Fain along with Elise Woodward with you here at Key Arena, and a very, very efficient offensive performance by the Seattle Storm in the first half. What was particularly impressive to you?
Were able to get out in transition, and they found the open shooters. Sometimes this game is really simple. The more you pass, the more you make the defense shift, the more open shots you get, but then you have to make those shots, and they certainly did that so far. 56% shooting in the first half. You're going to win a lot of games shooting that well.
Take a look at it. Let's see. Highlights from both sides. We've got a lot of them. We'll start with Seattle, Elise.
Well, Sue Bird, just a little shot fake and then getting the wide open pull-up jumper. The next time going straight to the hoop for the finger roll. Looking pretty good. Defensively, Seattle missed some opportunities, but not on that one. Courtney Paris with the big board and then the beautiful bounce pass, just leading Jewel Lloyd to a wide open lay-in. Howard with a pretty dish off to Paris. If you're going to work on one end and play defense and rebound, get a little sugar at the other end. The thing about Seattle, though, as well as they played offensively, putting 50 on the board, so did Chicago. They scored 46. Quigley in double figures along with Diamond Shields. And those two players just work to their advantage. If you don't find Quigley and get a hand in her face wherever she's out on the floor, she has the opportunity to burn you.
Let's take a look at the numbers. Very impressive on both sides. Seattle at 56%, Chicago at 46%. 9 3-point made field goals between the two of them. Seattle even over 50% there. Perfect for the free throw line for Seattle at 9 of 9, but then there's the offensive rebounds, and Dan Hughes talked to you about such just a few moments ago.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that if I think the O boards for Chicago is something you can clean up. They've got some players that are big and strong, but just get in position. But I'll tell you, really great half of basketball for Breanna Stewart to come back with 18 points and make 4 threes after playing such limited minutes against Atlanta because of foul trouble. I think she feels really good. 18 points at halftime. We could see a pretty epic game. Her career high is 38.
And Jewel's been great as well, attacking the rim. She has done a fantastic job. We've got second half coming up next. Storm lead at 50-46. Back to the Key right after this.
The volunteers for King County Search and Rescue are heroes. These volunteers give up time with their family and hours on their job to go out on the call. They don't do this for themselves, but rather out of the goodness of their heart for complete strangers. When they go out on their rescues, they save lives. They saved mine.
Carter Subaru is proud to support King County Search and Rescue. Now get 0% financing only at Carter Subaru.
I get a quarter for doing each chore. Mommy gives us money for saving. I put my coins in a giant piggy bank. Track the piggy bank. I have 3 piggy banks that are full. I'm saving up to buy one of my little pony dolls. I want this ball that's a frisbee and a ball. I might only get a card, a pineapple card.
Did he just say a pineapple car?
A stuffed animal. Penguin. A kitten. A cat. Neko-chan. A house. A motorhome, like a big one. I probably need to keep saving my money for that. A big baseball field, and a big tour, and a big basketball tour, and a big playground. What? I like saving my money, but I also want a pony.
Halftime has been brought to you by Carter Subaru, planting a forest one test drive at a time in Shoreline, Ballard, and at cartersubaru.com. And by Swedish, the official medical care team of the Seattle Storm. Extraordinary care, extraordinary caring.
Welcome back. Seattle with the lead, 50-46. Breanna Stewart, as you mentioned in the last segment, at least 4 of 5 from three-point range. Her career high for made threes is 5. I mean, she almost got there at halftime. And a number that's even makes me even happier is the fact that she's got no personal fouls, and that was an issue. I know I wasn't supposed to mention Sunday night, but that was an issue on Sunday night with her saddled with 5 for a long, long time.
I'm going to make a bet that we will never see Breanna Stewart pick up 4 offensive fouls in a game again, ever.
I would agree with that. Haven't seen it before. I don't know if I've seen any Storm player pick up 4 offensive fouls in the 10 years, 11 years I've been doing this. But Breanna leads the way with 18 points on 5 of 8 overall. Jewel Lloyd, 6 of 7. So the 2 Seattle offensive superpowers, 11 of 15 from the field with 31 points combined for Stewart and Lloyd. It's been spread pretty evenly the rest of the way. Alicia Clark with 5, Natasha Howard 4, Sue Bird 4, and Courtney Paris with 4. Diamond Shields has been really impressive. 12 points, 4 of 8 on the field, 3 of 4 from three-point range. Allie Quigley's been good as well. 11 points, 5 of 10 from the field. 8 points for Courtney Vandersloot in her return to the Seattle area where she played her high school ball. Endor with 5 and 2 for Gabby Williams. Off the bench, Cheyenne Parker's been a handful. And basically, Seattle does have the Cheyenne Parker antidote, though, in the form of Courtney Paris. Whenever Paris has come in, Parker has done nothing, but Parker has done a lot of work on Natasha Howard inside. Here's Breanna Stewart trying to get that personal best, 5 made threes. Won't come with that one, however. Shields going left side, back to Endor. Here's Vandersloot driving in on Brianna, kicking it to Endor. That one's off the back iron, snatched down by Stewie. Only the second rebound thus far for Brianna. Courtney Paris leads the game with 6. Bird with it. Now to Jewel. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Faking to Stewie. Back to Sue. Fakes the pass. Gets the defense out of position, but misses the 3. Half-speed Vandersloot the other way. As the fans continue to stand here until the Storm get a point in the second half. DeShields been red hot and just keep it up, Diamond DeShields. My goodness, 4 threes tonight for Diamond.
So smooth outside. You know she has the athleticism, but when she starts knocking down 3 balls that deep, watch out. That is unstoppable.
And her stroke looks pure, too. It looks really good. Aaron's pass intended for Brianna Stewart goes out of bounds. 8th turnover in the game for Seattle. They've done a pretty good job of limiting the Sky taking advantage. Only 5 points thus far for Chicago off the prior 7. Sky trying to take their first lead since 23-22. Can't do it on this possession, however. Stewart fights over it with Alicia Clark. Seattle comes up with it. Lloyd gets a big screen from Brianna. High post is Howard. Gets a poke free. Turnover on Seattle, number 9. Vandersloot with Quigley on her left. Poked from behind by Stewart, out of bounds. It'll be Chicago basketball.
This crowd has been standing an awful long time. Almost 2 minutes without a bucket here to start the third quarter.
A lot longer than they had to in the first half, that's for sure. Seattle exploded offensively in the first 5 minutes. Quigley catching fire, no good. Nice offensive rebound. Gabby Williams back to Vandersloot. She fires off the mark. Offensive rebound and a foul inside by Jewel Lloyd, and the athletic jumping jack that is Diamond DeShields will go to the line. She has got 15 points, Elise, to lead her team on 5 of 9 from the field.
And really good energy out of halftime by Chicago. They are crashing the offensive boards, which was a concern in the first half, and they've just continued to get really aggressive after misses. And Seattle right now is just not reacting. They have come out of halftime, and they look sluggish right now.
Amber Stocks has to be happy. Whatever she said at halftime. Look to be playing out on the floor right now, and Chicago has their first lead since 23-22.
Seattle just looks a step slower than Chicago here in the first few minutes.
Clark got Natasha Howard inside, gives it to her, throws it away again. My goodness, 3 turnovers here in the half. DeShields with it. Tries to force a pass inside and throws it away. That's only the 5th turnover on Chicago. They've done a nice job taking care of the basketball tonight.
One of those that's an unforced turnover. DeShields in the lane. Wanted to make a tough pass. Instead, it sails out of bounds, but Seattle's got to get something going.
Sue has it on the wing, into the corner. Alicia Clark force feeding Howard. Nobody on the backside. What happened there?
It was a front by Courtney Vandersloot, but fed by the baseline, and the weak side help nowhere to be found.
And the fans get to sit now. Quigley's got it to Vandersloot. Checked by Stewie and Sue. Back to Endor. See if the defense rotates. Pretty nice job, but doesn't matter with Diamond DeShields in the house tonight. 5 of 6 from three-point range. That was her toughest one yet, because that was covered.
Well, right now she's feeling it. There are no tough threes when you're 6'1" and can shoot it like that.
Ooh, offensive foul on Natasha Howard. Could have gone either way, but might have gotten Diamond in the chops with an off elbow. Here it is again.
Just down low, trying to work.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to assume. You got to assume. I mean, you can't really tell from that angle if there was contact made, but you would have to assume that there was.
Amber Stocks asking for the review. Her hand left the ball and made contact with DeShields' face.
So they're reviewing the hostile activity, which we can see clearly was not hostile activity.
Well, it could be a flagrant one.
It could be, yes.
Because her hand left the ball. Extended, and when you hit a player in the face, not that it's intentional, that is the definition of a flagrant one, and they will protect. Right here, do you see? I mean, that's a flagrant one. in my opinion. When your hand leaves the ball and it extends and her arm extends out to make contact with the shields, this is what you're trying to avoid right here. So she's got her nose in there trying to play tough D.
I did not hear what the call was on the floor yet. But it's side out of bounds, so it looks like a common foul.
All right,
on Natasha
that's surprising. I think the Storm get a break. I think the referees usually really protect when you get hit in the face. So I think the Storm will be very glad that that's just a common foul.
Is it the difference between an extension of an elbow and a swinging of the elbow, maybe?
I think it's all interpretive. So much of it is not only the intention, but the result. So you can accidentally hit somebody, but if you hit them hard enough, they'll call a flagrant foul. It's a line that you see it called differently in every game.
Good feed by Chicago for the bucket. Jewel Lloyd gets erased by Endor, and a nice save. Chicago's got some very nice wing athletes on this team. Shield, Gabby Williams. Here's Quigley with it. See if she can get going, and she does from behind the arc. 2 of 5 now from three-point range. She's got 14 points, and that's the biggest lead of the night for Chicago at 7. And Dan Hughes wants to talk about it here at the 5:45 mark in the third quarter. So Chicago has raced out to a nice run here as Seattle had a 4-point lead. They've only scored 2 points in the first 4:15 of this quarter. Back after this.
As a child, I always wanted to be the WNBA, but I never thought I could.
Dolson shows her range.
I was shy, awkward, a little chubby. The basketball was definitely my niche.
Taken down by Dolson.
Being in the WNBA, I've been able to inspire other young girls and help them with their confidence. I always take care of people, especially with my teammates. Now they call me Big Mama Steph. I'm here to work.
We want to invite you to bring your group to the hoop for an unforgettable experience. If you've got a sports team, birthday party, Girl Scout retreat, you name it, we're ready to help you celebrate at a Storm game. If you take advantage of one of our many fan experience packages, your kids can be a part of the action. How cool would it be for them to be part of the fan tunnel, the national anthem, or even the player introductions? Visit stormbasketball.com to learn more. We'll see you at the Key.
They did like a minor hearing test, like something they would administer at school, and I failed. So I look up all these things about hearing loss and I see like these huge hearing aids and I'm like, whoa, like I don't want to wear that. When I first went in for my appointment, my audiologist, she was actually wearing one herself. I didn't notice she had her hair down, and then she took it out and I was like, wow, like you have a hearing aid, and physically showing me that it wasn't as bad as I thought made me feel a lot better about it.
Growing up in Indiana, you knew the game of basketball. Now, that's what you knew. I wanted to be the best.
Too easy for Skylar Diggins.
Coming back from my injury was one of the biggest hurdles in my professional career. I'd never been without the game of basketball before, so just being out there on the floor again with my team was an accomplishment. I was really proud of that. I'm here to work.
Hey fans, looking for a great way to enjoy Storm basketball? The BECU Early Saver Zone gives fans discounted general admission tickets starting at just $10 for kids, $15 for adults. Visit stormbasketball.com/early saver for more information. Well, at least Seattle has had 8 possessions here in this half. 4 of them have ended in turnovers, and 3 of them have ended in missed field goals. So
yeah, they've been really flat so far. Coming out of halftime, the look on their faces just doesn't show the intensity we're used to seeing, and another turnover.
Wow. Courtney Paris into the game for Seattle. There's a pass knocked away and turned over. So sloppy both ways, but particularly for Seattle. But Chicago's got a couple turnovers here in the last 2 possessions as well.
Oh, I think for Seattle, dodging a bullet, coming down after a really bad-looking turnover, out of a timeout. You want to come and execute something, and they get it right back. Let's try it again and see if they can get something going. But they're trailing by 7. They got to get moving.
Sue with it. The back screen from Paris. Lobbing it low to Courtney. Turn around, the spin move. Shot blocked by Endor. She is long and lean and hostile in there. The Shields driving in. Sue fouls her from behind. 5:12 left to go in the third quarter. Second team foul on Seattle. Sky have yet to commit a team foul. The Shields free throw line extended in front of the Seattle bench to inbound against Jewel Lloyd. Williams high post against Brianna. Former teammates, now Quigley. Vandersloot, 8 on the shot clock, 5 minutes on the game clock. Quick catch and shoot by Quigley, and it goes down. She started ice cold from behind the arc, but she has warmed up by hitting each of her last three-point attempts. She's got 17 points. Jewel on the other end, and another rejection. Jewel gets it back and finishes. Nicely done there.
Just the 4th point of the half, and we're under the 5-minute mark. Just Seattle has come out and not been sharp on that end.
Catch, shoot for Vandersloot, and she knocks her down. Boy, we've seen the last couple games the importance of the athletic three. You know, you've got like a Tiffany Hayes for Atlanta that we saw. You see it at the Shields here, just that jumping jack, long 6'1" three. Now, we love Alicia Clark. She's a fantastic player, and she does everything well, but she just doesn't have the verticality and the end-to-end quickness that some of these threes have. The Shields' second foul there.
The Shields is a pretty special athlete.
Yeah, she really is.
Of course, you know her brother, the major leaguer with the Texas Rangers, her dad, Delino.
Oh, I had a lot of Delino DeShields baseball cards back in like 1988. A lot of Delino DeShields baseball
It's a pretty successful family.
That's right. Paris with it. Delino of the old Montreal Expos, the defunct Montreal Expos. 3-ball on the way. Galena Mosqueda Lewis, no good. Faulkner with it. The Shields now driving in. Bounce past Williams. Catch and shoot. Faulkner just kind of grabbed it and said, well, there's really nothing else for me to do. I might as well just throw it in. And it is a 14-point lead. It has just kind of crept up on Seattle in this quarter. And the run ends here as Galena Mosqueda Lewis finally puts it in.
Well, that 3-ball has been a weapon for Chicago here in the third quarter, and that is why they've increased this lead so dramatically.
6 of 7 in the quarter. Williams gets blocked by Brianna Stewart. Remember, it was 50-46. So this is a 22-6 push by the Sky as we got a foul on Williams. It'll be Seattle basketball. So it was 22-4 prior to that Galena Mosqueda Lewis driving layup. Chicago looking very impressive out of the timeout, or out of the half, rather.
And a nice moment. Brianna Stewart knocked to the deck. Gabby Williams, unintentional, just kind of got tangled up. Went over to help her former UConn Husky teammate up off the ground, make sure she's okay.
Mosqueda Lewis tries to get it to Courtney Paris and loses handle. But 6th turnover in the quarter.
Man, 6 made threes for Chicago, 6 turnovers for Seattle. This has just not been sharp.
Well, we saw a really bad first quarter on Sunday. We're seeing a really bad third quarter here. They've only scored 6 points, has Seattle. Copper tries to make it 7 threes, and a defensive foul there, undercutting Endor, is Galena Mosqueda Lewis.
You can feel the crowd getting a little uneasy right now because some of these are hustle plays, and Chicago flying in to grab the offensive board, and then on the other end, Seattle just uncharacteristically loose with the basketball, and they put 6 points up in this quarter. They have been outplayed dramatically here in the third.
Quigley, guarded by Lloyd now. It's a screen from Endor, 3 on the shot clock. Skip pass, got to put it up. Does she get it off in time? Off the back iron. I thought that might have been a little late, but no harm, no foul. Seattle basketball. Canada has it, going coast to coast, just throwing it up, trying to draw contact, and does. And Jordan Canada will get to the free throw line.
It looks like she might have stepped on somebody grabbing that left ankle.
See if we can get a look at this. Here it is here. Oh, yeah. No, she didn't step on it. She just twisted it. Just one of those tweaks, and you don't even want to look, do you?
No.
You don't even look at the screen. You don't want to look at those. It wasn't.
I'll let you describe it.
It wasn't grotesque. We'll put it like that. It was just your typical turning of the ankle. Okay. But Jordan Canada doesn't care it's a typical turn of the ankle because she's in a lot of pain right now. And Courtney Paris actually picked Jordan up, and then Jordan said, no, I'm all right.
Courtney Paris could lift her with one arm.
Oh, my gosh. Courtney Paris just picked up Jordan Canada like I'd pick up my 6-year-old daughter. It was just like, whoop, no problem whatsoever. Here, watch this.
I mean, like, this is like...
This is how I take my daughter to bed.
Everyone's like, no. Courtney's like, okay, all right.
Oh, that was awesome.
I think Courtney probably could pick her up just with one hand. And
my God, it was so easy. There was no stress or strain whatsoever.
The Statue of Liberty.
Paris.
She could lift her up with one hand. Like,
oh, man. So Jordan's fouling, so Dan's going to get to choose a shooter here off the bench. Let's take a look at how Chicago's gone on this huge run here in the third quarter. They have done it from behind the arc. 6 of their first 7 threes going down, Elise.
Yeah, just the ball movement, finding the open shooter. This time, the hand wasn't up, hands down, and the ball going down from deep.
Oh, look who's coming back in to shoot the free throws.
Well, if she doesn't come back and shoot a free throw, she can't return to the game, is my understanding. So I think they'll see if she can gut this out. Maybe she's going to be all right. I don't even see a sub at the
scores table. Not yet, anyway. Maybe he'll put one out after the first free throw. Oh, actually, this is the end. Oh, yeah, 2 free throws. It was so long ago, I forgot it wasn't an and one. And she's got it to go. And somebody coming in? Yep, Noelle Quinn's coming. So Noelle Quinn will replace Jordan Canada after this free throw. Let's hope it goes in. I don't see Jordan play defense right now. Oh, she was late coming to the scores table.
So she just reached out and fouled Parker.
I'm confused there. Noelle could have just been sitting there at the scores table. I don't really understand why they had to reach out and commit a foul, because that gives them 4 fouls for the quarter, and the next one they're in the bonus. So that was kind of a waste of a foul. Unless clock time, and maybe the rule is, does clock time have to go off, or else she's not eligible to? I mean, I wouldn't think so. That was odd. 70 to 50 there, 58 rather, as Parker puts it down. There's Courtney Paris inside, shot block, gets her own rebound, can't get that one to go. Endor has been a problem. Quigley over to Copper. Gets a hip check screen from Quigley. Copper driving in, another wing athlete on the Chicago team, and we're just seeing team after team after team come in with these 6 foot, 1 inch jumping jacks. And let's face it, I mean, we love Seattle's roster, but they lack that.
Well, they got it at the 2 spot with Jewel Lloyd.
Yes, they do, but she's not long. I mean, she's not 6'1". They do have it at 2, but yeah, that wing jumping jack is something that really gives you an extra dimension. Here's Brianna Stewart trying to force one up, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
It's a good job from Stewie of getting in the lane and drawing that contact. She was affected in the air. It's a good call.
First foul on Endor. Sammy Whitcomb's going to check in for the first time. She'll do it at this next dead ball. After the free throw round, Brianna misses the first.
And Brianna Stewart scoreless in the third quarter.
Well, Seattle almost scoreless in the third quarter. They only have 8 points. It's been a rough go. And I believe 9 points is their lowest scoring quarter of the season, because unfortunately we had to look that up on Sunday. Here's Quigley with it, guarded by Sammy Whitcomb. Quigley step back three, and it goes. And Allie Quigley just feeling good in her former home, Key Arena. It's been a while since this was her home, but she is looking good. 20 points, leads all scores, tied with the Shields for the scoring lead. Brianna with it, 10 on the shot clock. Mosqueda Lewis, out of Noelle Quinn. Pump fake by Lewis. Step back, flat looking shot. Offensive rebound, Paris. Back to Quinn. Get in there. This is the big one. That's good. That's what Seattle needed. They need now a stop and a bucket to get it back to single digits where you feel like you got a reasonable shot to make a fourth quarter comeback.
And remember, in the first game versus Chicago, the Storm down by 14 points, only to rally and win. It ain't over yet.
Quigley against Whitcomb. Now that's a heat check three right there. Goes out of bounds. And it'll be Seattle basketball. Not much offense there for Chicago. DeShield's going to check back in on D. So 4-second differential on game and shot clock. Noelle Quinn's going to bring it up. See what they go to here. They got two great shooters on the wing and a not bad shooter setting the screen right now, Brianna Stewart. Mosqueda Lewis to Quinn. She gets a look, doesn't take it. 6 on the shot clock. Stewie driving in. There's a good kick and three. That is what the doctor ordered. 73-65, 4 seconds left. Got to get a stop. They leave her alone. Faulkner misses the shot. But boy, oh boy, Elise Woodward, were those last 2 threes much needed. Seattle back in it, down 8.
At Les Schwab, we give you extra without charging you extra. That means no hidden fees or unexpected costs, ever. Because when it comes to earning your business, we've got nothing to hide. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
I went out running with my wife. About 10 minutes later, I find myself on the ground, barely able to walk. I had 3 different arteries that had dissected when I was being led away to surgery. I remember my wife just falling to the ground. It was the only thing that mattered in my life was my wife. And I couldn't take care of her. And this nurse just went back and hugged my wife on the ground. To this day, I never thanked her, but it means the world to me.
Wouldn't it be lovely that you love what you do and make money too?
Our industry is growing by leaps and bounds. Massage therapy is the occupation.
When I started here at Cortiva, I realized that this was a passion. This is something I really wanted to do. The staff was amazing, tremendous support.
They worked with me every step of the way.
It's such a rewarding career. I'm a really good therapist, and I know that because of the education that I got here at Cortiva.
At Les Schwab, we give you extra without charging you extra. That means no hidden fees or unexpected costs, ever. Because when it comes to earning your business, we've got nothing to hide. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Storm basketball is presented by Swedish, the official medical care team of the Seattle Storm. Extraordinary care, extraordinary caring. And supported by Carter Subaru, planting a forest one test drive at a time in Shoreline, Ballard, and at cartersubaru.com. And BECU, the official credit union of the Seattle Storm.
Dominated by the Chicago Sky, a 22-4 run to open the third quarter for Chicago. But fortunately for Seattle, 2 big threes to end the quarter in the final minute. One by Noelle Quinn, the other by Kalina Mosqueda Lewis. The only 2 threes of the quarter for Seattle. Meanwhile, Chicago had 7 of them in the quarter. A lot of teams don't hit 7 threes in a game. Here's Faulkner, another one off the back iron. Oh, Williams over the top. I was wondering if they were going to get her or not. I think Gabby might have a little bit of a beef there. That didn't look like a lot of contact, but Howard did have position.
Now look at the roster out on the floor right now for the Seattle Storm. The only starter out there, Natasha Howard.
There's Whitcomb with it. Crossover dribble. Noelle Quinn now, 8 on the shot clock. Paris back to the basket. Gives off Mosqueda Lewis. Good hook pass to Courtney. Paris put it up and in! And Seattle has an opportunity for another three-point play. This one the old-fashioned way.
And I love the reaction from Courtney Paris. She gets the good feed down low from Quinn, or from Kalita Mosqueda Lewis, and then turns right around and points to her teammate and lets her know how much she appreciates the look.
Third foul on Shields. Boy, I've been impressed with Courtney Paris tonight. 6 points, 8 rebounds. Misses that one, however. An 8-0 Storm run on 2 threes and a bucket. Ooh, Mosqueda Lewis couldn't see it, but Sammy Whitcomb gets it on the steal. And oh, Jeff Wooten stops a fast break for the Storm. That would have been a big momentum turnover right there. Let's see what happens.
So trying to go back to where the ball is tipped.
Arms are tangled up.
I think the call is that she impeded the progress of the Shields to go get the basketball.
Oh, the Shields just goes right by Mosqueda Lewis with lightning quickness. And we'll go to the line.
Now look at this first step.
Ooh.
Just not just the first step, but turning the corner and getting in the air on 2 dribbles.
I know Diamond DeShields isn't a WNBA star yet, but I'll be shocked if she's not one eventually. She's just got too much game. Averaging 13 points, 5 rebounds a game coming in. Went for 25 against Las Vegas. That's her career high thus far, and she's approaching that. She is knocking on the door right now. She's got 22 in this one. Mosqueda Lewis with it. There she is off the roll and misses the layup. Oh boy, she'll only miss about 1 out of every 10 of those. Faulkner bounce pass to Shields. Catch and fire, no. There's the second rebound for Noelle Quinn. Needs 2 more for 1,000 in her career. See if Witt can get freed up for one of her quick trigger threes. Natasha Howard with the 3. How about that? Whatever works, right?
Absolutely. Getting her feet set in the corner. Whitcomb with a dribble penetration. The weak side comes and she kicks it to the open shooter.
Fans are into it now. Need a stop here. Faulkner's got it. And there's the stop. Whitcomb on the 2-on-2. She's got Howard to her right. The trailer is Stewie. Coming in against the teammate, Gabby Williams. UConn versus UConn. And Brianna Stewart wins and won.
And Chicago has to be thinking deja vu all over again. At one point ahead by 14. And now back down to just a 3-point lead, and Stewie going to the line. They were red hot in the third quarter, the Sky. 6 made threes, and now they've come back to earth a little bit.
As you mentioned earlier, on May 25th, the Storm trailed by 14 points and won in overtime, 95-91. They trailed in this game by 14 points. And it's now 75-73, a 14-2 run for the Storm. Quigley, and red hot from 3, drives in. Too much Brianna in there. Ball gets knocked free. Parker throws it up, out of bounds. Seattle basketball should be. Ooh. But only 2 on the shot clock. Brianna Stewart doesn't like that. I didn't even see a Storm player that could potentially be the person that touched it, to be honest, but maybe I missed it. 2 on the shot clock. Need a stop here. DeShields cuts through, gets it, and misses. Oh boy, I thought that was going down. Here's Brianna coming in, laying it up and in, and we're tied.
That catch from Stewie, phenomenal. Just putting her left hand out to keep it from going out of bounds. And then the clear path to the hoop, and looky here, a tie game.
Oh, my goodness. As an old Yankee used to say, deja vu all over again. Storm down 14 twice against Chicago in the last month, and they've come back both times. But can they win this one like they did on May 25th? Find out next.
The volunteers for King County Search and Rescue are heroes. These volunteers give up time with their family and hours on their job to go out on the call. They don't do this for themselves, but rather out of the goodness of their heart for complete strangers. When they go out on their rescues, they save lives. They saved mine.
Carter Subaru is proud to support King County Search and Rescue. Now get 0% financing only at Carter Subaru.
All right, Stewie and Joel, I know you guys have been training really hard, but being a bobblehead, that takes hard work. In this world, you guys are still rookies. So Stewie, let me see what you got. Okay, now Jewel, it's your turn. Did you see the composure that Stewie had? Let me see what you've got. Okay, we're gonna have to work on this. Run it back.
Will Jewel be ready in time for her bobblehead debut? Find out June 15th.
Seattle Children's is a proud sponsor of the Doppler train. It's a Key Arena tradition. Seattle Children's mission to provide hope, care, and cures to help every child live the healthiest and most fulfilling life possible. Well, the story of this game has been in this second half. A 22-4 Chicago run to get them to a 14-point lead, and Seattle in 3 minutes, 29 seconds have answered with a 16-2 run of their own to tie things up. And Chicago's two were from the free throw line. So Chicago looking for their first field goal here in the fourth quarter. Quigley against Jewel Loy. And the pull-up from 15, no good. Offensive rebound, Endor. That's what's been killing Seattle all night long is the offensive boards. That's the 11th. Oh, how did Noel Quinn not get to that? The Shields has it. We got no shot and a 3-second violation, so the turnover happens anyway. But boy, if Noel Quinn has that ball at least, she is 1-on-0.
I like her odds.
Yeah.
Now, the big news, honestly, is that Seattle has tied this game up, ball in hand, 7 minutes to go, or nearly. Look at Noel Quinn barking out, "Oh, here," telling everybody where to go, and they are right back to where you thought they would be.
Brianna Stewart, that was just an under control, one dribble pull up like she's practiced a million times in her last 15 years. And Seattle has the lead for the first time since the early stages of the third quarter.
That's a good call. Actually, I think this game has been officiated really well. There's been very few times when there's been, I mean, that's a foul. Stewart extended, put the arm on the back.
Here's high post, Cheyenne Parker. Getting off to the Shields, Aaron pass, but Shields goes and gets it against Mosqueda Lewis. The Shields attacking, kicking to the corner. Endor from deep, and too deep. Mosqueda Lewis comes up with the rebound. Second rebound for Kalina in her 15 minutes of work. We're at the 6-minute mark left in regulation. Seattle by 2. Will regulation be enough? It wasn't last time, and there's another bucket driving to the lane. Natasha Howard, and Seattle's got a 4-point lead. 18-2 is the run.
And she just glides to the hoop. I don't know if she shuffled her feet to get there, but boy, you take it every time.
Correction, 20-2 run. Here's Endor with it. And puts it up and in. Endor has been very solid underneath. 7.6 rebounds and some really nice defense from Endor. Lloyd has it, bumped by Parker. She attacks the window. That's the Sky's 4th foul, so Seattle's going to be shooting for the last, whenever the next foul is, for the remainder of regulation.
Might have got away with the steps there. I don't know when she controlled that pass, but another good feed by Kalina Mosqueda-Lewis, getting it over to Howard, and with that kind of space, she just takes the steps to the hoop and lays it in beautifully.
Quinn against Vandersloot. The catch by Stewie. Pump fake's got Endor right in her grill. She pulls it back out. Now Lloyd beats Noelle Quinn. Tough turnaround, no good. Tipped around. Who's got it? Lloyd saves it underneath. Nicely done to Quinn. Big 3 on the way. She started this run, but she can't end it. But Brianna gets another offensive rebound. Oh, good step through by Howard. Going right and then coming back to the left side, and Seattle's back up 4. Vandersloot has it. The timeout situation. Sky with 3. Seattle with 2. And a foul outside on Natasha Howard. And that's 5 for Howard here, Elise. So you leave her in here. It's only 4:41 left, but you don't want to see her foul out.
I think at this point with 4:41,
let her go.
You gonna take her out for a minute?
Yeah.
You just remind her, say nothing ticky-tacky.
Official word on Jordan Canada. She's out for the rest of the game. The left ankle injury, as we anticipated. Here's Endor, kind of knee buckling. That was a strange-looking shot from down below. She kind of had the knees coming in, but she knocked it down. Her upper body was perfect. Oh, and gliding into the lane is Natasha Howard. It was wide open for the freight train that time.
And the answer bucket, once again, just getting right to the rim so easily.
Vandersloot, the silencer. And only a few Kentwood Conqueror fans cheering in the building after that 3-ball.
And here we are all tied up again in Seattle and Chicago. It's been a weird game. Big game of runs in the 3rd quarter, and yet here we are under 4 with a brand new game tied up.
There's that flex cut again, baseline to Brianna Stewart. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Seattle basketball. Alicia Clark, Sue Bird coming into the game.
It was a good run for the bench.
Absolutely.
Noelle Quinn and Kalina Mosqueda-Lewis making plays on both ends of the floor and holding it down. Sue Bird should have some good energy here, as should Alicia Clark.
Bird well rested tonight, only 17 minutes. Ooh, Brianna just hammered right there. At the end of the 3rd quarter, Seattle's bench was a plus 32. And I can't imagine that it went down in that run. I mean, their bench has been really remarkable tonight.
And Seattle in the bonus now. Every foul will be shooting free throws. So get to the line. This team, one of the best in the whole league in terms of free throw percentage.
And at the last time out, Elise, that's a plus. There, we're a plus 20, almost 40 for the bench. 2-point lead. Here's Vandersloot with it against Sue Bird. Kicking to the corner. Endor hit her last one. This one's well short. Alicia Clark, big rebound. Brianna running the other way. Seattle by 2. Should be a big bucket here if they could get it. Lloyd to Sue. Biggest shot of the game. No good. Oh, that'd have been a 5-point lead with 3 to play. Quigley against Alicia Clark. Brianna coming out, hedging, helping, forcing her baseline. The shield, left her open. Back iron, rebound Brianna. Sue on the push. See if they get a quick shot or they take 20 seconds off. Brianna's got it, now to Sue. And off Alicia Clark. They're gonna be nice and patient this possession. Sue around a nice screen, sees Alicia inside. Brilliant move by Alicia, and even better pass by Sue Bird.
Sue Bird, once again. She's got to have a few of those every game where she finds somebody just tucked away in a corner that the defense has forgotten about.
Here's a three on the way, no good. Seattle now a two-possession lead. That was interesting shot selection there by Chicago.
She hoisted it up like she either thought she was getting fouled.
Oh, Jewel to Brianna. First nail in the coffin right there as Seattle leads it by 6. Amber Stocks wants to take a timeout, and she will. Crowd going nuts. Seattle has stretched it out to a 6-point lead, and Brianna Stewart, a new season high. She's got 30. Everything going right here in the fourth for the Storm. Final 2 coming up next.
Growing up in Indiana, you knew the game of basketball. Now, that's what you knew. I wanted to be the best.
Too easy for Skylar Diggins.
Coming back from my injury was one of the biggest hurdles in my professional career. I'd never been without the game of basketball before, so just being out there on the floor again, my team was an accomplishment. I was really proud of that. I'm here to work.
He was born at 31 weeks, so 2.5 months early. Going through a C-section in a way was a little traumatic for me. One night, the nurse helped me go to the bathroom, and then she helped me walk me back to my bed, and I just started crying, and I was like, I have never been this weak in my life. She's like, it's okay, that's to be expected. To be that vulnerable was really hard for me. Even though maybe I knew it would get better, I just needed to hear it.
The volunteers for King County Search and Rescue are heroes. These volunteers give up time with their family and hours on their job to go out on the call. They don't do this for themselves, but rather out of the goodness of their heart for complete strangers. When they go out on their rescues, they save lives. They saved mine.
Carter Subaru is proud to support King County Search and Rescue. Now get 0% financing only at Carter Subaru.
Hey fans, you can help us protect our house during all 6 home games in June. Take advantage of tonight's steal of the game. $20 lower baseline tickets to any game in June and enjoy up to 40% savings. Tickets now available by visiting stormbasketball.com. Stewie with 11 in the fourth. Howard with 9 in the fourth. Vandersloot to the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Parker. Should we have a jump? Yes, we do. Parker and Jewel Lloyd. Now, Parker's got a severe height advantage. Lloyd has got a big-time hops advantage.
This will be interesting.
Yes, it will. We've seen Lloyd out-jump 6'4" people before.
He's got a 28-inch vertical.
Chicago needs his tip. That is a huge tip for the Sky.
Ah, she gets up there.
But can Alicia track it down? Almost. Gabby Williams to Vandersloot. Back to Williams. Had a wide open shot, didn't take it. Instead forces one up, but gets it to go after it was knocked out of her hands. Lloyd has it. She is fouled 30 feet from the basket with 1:21 left. And if you're Chicago, that is not who you want to put at the free throw. 95%. Jewel,
that's
tonight,
exactly
1 of 1.
Why they put the ball in the hands of Jewel Lloyd. But this Seattle team, they can shoot free throws. Stewie's at 81, Lloyd at 95, Howard at 80, Clark 95.
And how about that?
Hey, sometimes you can't make them all. 95% is... Oh, just getting that one to roll over the top.
Seattle second in the WNBA in free throw percentage at 85%. Big three on the way, no good. Lloyd just going to let it go smartly. And it goes out of bounds. 1:13 left to go. Full court pressure.
It's all about taking care of the basketball and making free throws.
Jordan Canada has got a heck of an ice bag on that ankle. Hopefully she'll be ready to go by Friday. Lloyd's got it. Double team. Trap comes, and Sue's going to bring it back out. Nobody'd rather have the ball in the hands of in a time like this than Sue Bird, and she goes right to the window, scoops it up. She gave you a Statue of Liberty in the first quarter, and she does it here to just about ice this one. The Shields, hook pass to Parker, shot blocked from behind, and Seattle's got it. The Seattle Storm were down by 14 points. And Sue Bird is fouled. And she will go to the line now to try to extend this out. Seattle erased a 14-point deficit on May the 25th and won in overtime. It does not look like this one is going to need extra time.
Natasha Howard coming from behind. She had the big block down the stretch when Seattle came from down 14 in the first matchup. Now she gets another one. Not nearly as dramatic with that block in terms of time and score, but the timing was impeccable.
8-point game, split free throws. Williams has it against Bird. Quigley now. Bounce pass, turned it over. Sue's got it. She won't even choose to attack. We'll see if Chicago even chooses to foul. I would doubt it at this point, and they will not. Sue Bird is just going to dribble, dribble, and dribble.
Wow, that stretch in the third quarter where they were just awful, didn't bite them. They still put 93 points on the board.
The Storm were down 73 to 59, and Jewel Lloyd says, I got to shoot it. There was one left on the shot clock, and that gives them 96. Jewel kind of apologizes to Chicago, saying, I'm just going to shoot it. You know, may go in, may not. Everything going in the fourth quarter for the Seattle Storm. My goodness, they had 65 points at the end of the third. They scored 31 in the fourth quarter and blow the doors off of Chicago, 96-85. What a performance.
Yeah, I think that they could have really hung their heads after that start to the second half. It just looked like they came out flat, but they recovered. That's like the analogy to life, okay? When things don't go your way, keep going, keep trying, get back up, next play, and they came out with a great into the third quarter and then into the fourth quarter, and give the bench a tremendous amount of credit for the production today. They let the starters rest. Sue Bird with the beautiful finish, the drive into the paint to seal the game. Her legs were fresh. Give Noelle Quinn coming in, playing some valuable minutes at that point guard spot, credit for some of that.
96-85 our final, and that young lady had 30 tonight. A new season high for Breanna Stewart on 9 of 13. Jewel Lloyd, 8 of 11 with 19. Natasha Howard, another 15-point performance as Seattle puts up 31 points in the fourth to come from 14 points down for the second time this year against Chicago. Sky got to be tired of the Storm this year. 96-85 our final. We'll talk to you Friday night in a big one against Connecticut. Good night, everybody.